Yeah, a lot of people want to know why I turned my Jeep Wrangler from a regular Jeep Wrangler into a mall crawler. I'm going to give you reasons why I went mall crawler, look over, off-roading, look. I'm about to tell you why I did that right now. As you know, my Jeep is a mall crawler Jeep. It's not an off-roading Jeep. And a lot of people got a problem with that. I get a lot of comments with people saying, man, why did you do your Jeep like that? Why did you go with that type of setup? Why you got a Jeep and you never gonna off-road in that Jeep? Well, first off, it's my Jeep. I can do what I want to do with it. That's gonna be the first one. We're gonna get you with the first one. First off, like I said, it's my Jeep. I can do what I want to do with my Jeep because guess what? It's my money. I spend my money how I want to spend my money, so I'm gonna do what I want to do. Now, you can always cash at me all the money I need to make my Jeep look like your Jeep. And I'll do it. But until then, you can't tell me about my Jeep. But other than that, I didn't want to get a Jeep that, well, I wanted a Jeep, but I always wanted a Jeep to look like this because I grew up in an urban neighborhood, so we like our Jeeps like this because most people that's from the urban neighborhood, like I myself, I didn't grow up in the suburbs, even though I live in the suburbia. Yes, I do live in suburbia, but I did not grow up in suburbia. I like the street look. I'm never going to go off-roading. That's never something that's crossed my mind. And I was like, you know what? I want to take my $60-something thousand Jeep and go tear it up off-roading. That never crossed my mind. That never has crossed my mind. So I always wanted my Jeep to look like this because, you know, I grew up in the hood and this is what we do in the hood. We put big wheels on our stuff and we make it look crazy and outrageous. We never gonna go off-roading. That's just something that we not gonna do. That I'm not gonna do. And I like to, when I buy my Jeep, I want it to look like what I want it to look like. And yeah, I know you be like, well, why you get it? Those big old wheels, you can't go off-roading. I mean, just because it's got big wheels on it, I mean, you can't go off-roading. I wouldn't recommend you off-roading with a setup like this. I definitely wouldn't recommend that you off-road with these big old wheels. These are 26-inch wheels. I want to do 28s or 30s, tell you the truth. But I would not recommend that you off-road with big wheels like this. But this Jeep still is 4x4. It still can go rock climbing and all that stuff. The wheels going to be torn up. They're going to be garbage. They probably 9 times out of 10 going to crack. But that's because I put all this stuff on it does not mean the Jeep has lost its abilities. It's still a Jeep what? Jeep Wrangler Unlimited. Let's go on the other side. I'm going to tell you why it's still a Jeep. We're gonna walk on over here. It's what? Still trail rated. Meaning it still can go off-roading. So I end up going the route that I went because I just like the way it looks. I like the oohs and the ahs that I get when I'm riding down the street, people see my Jeep. And I promise you, some of you regular Jeep guys, you Jeep gatekeepers, I'm pretty sure you like, nah, you don't get no oohs and ahs. I get plenty of oohs and ahs. See those ducks there? That ain't even half the ducks I've got. There's just a few ducks. The coolest ones I've gotten is right there. But believe me, every day I go out in this Jeep, I get at least 20, 30 people saying, oh man, that Jeep crazy, that Jeep nice, that Jeep is crazy. I also get a couple of you guys too, like, man, why you do your Jeep like that? I get a couple of you guys too, but I get exactly what I wanted, the reaction that I wanted. I'm a social media guy. If I had a regular Jeep, I'm not gonna get the attention that I want. I didn't do it for the social media, but it's also a social media Jeep. This Jeep has made me a lot of money. This Jeep looking like this has made me a lot of money. Yeah, it has. I'll say it again, it made me a lot of money. And I just like the way it looks, you know. I get all the oohs, the same oohs and ahs you're gonna get with your off-roading Jeep. I'm gonna get the same thing. I'm gonna get the same oohs and ahs, just with a different type of crowd, you know. My Jeep ain't for the off-roading crowd, but I do appreciate those who do follow me that do like my Jeep, even though they are off-roading type of people, because I got a lot of cool people that follow me on the Jeep community. Because unlike some of you Jeep guys, a lot of the Jeep community, I'm gonna say 95% of the Jeep community, definitely cool people. They don't get mad, they don't judge nobody, they just appreciate the build for what it is. And then it's the rest of you angry Jeepers that want to control everything. Don't touch the Jeep. Keep making it look the same as when you bought it. It should look the same way. Nah, that'll never happen with your boy Tlites. But yeah, I just did it how I wanted to do it. I'm not even nowhere near done with this Jeep. It's just, I like street Jeeps, custom Jeeps, off-road Jeeps, mall crawlers, pavement princess, whatever you want to call it. I call it street kings. You know, I call them street kings. I like Jeeps that look like this. This is my type of Jeep. This is my type of style. I like to ride down the street big wheels spinning, big old fat fifth wheel sitting on the back so everybody see it. Dual exhaust for no reason. You know what I'm saying? The Jeep slow as molasses. It's definitely slow. This ain't a 392 Jeep for those who don't know. I got my Jeep in 2018. 392 Jeep wasn't out, because believe me, if the 392 Jeep was out, I would have got it. But I'm gonna go ahead and get down with this one. I'll be done paying on this one quite soon, actually. Quite soon. And could pay it off right now, but yeah, credit purposes, make that credit look a little bit better. You know what I mean? Keep it going. But yeah, that's why I did my Jeep like this. That's why I made me a street Jeep, because I like street Jeeps. One, I'm from the hood. Two, I like street Jeeps. I live in the city, so that's another thing. I live in the city. I'm not off-roading. It's just listen, Jeep people that don't like my Jeep. Listen. I live in the city, not the country. I'm not going to be off-roading. It's not going to happen. It's just not something. When you grow up in the city, a lot of times you don't think about it. I never thought about off-roading. It's never crossed my mind. I'll be always, that has never ever crossed my mind to get a Jeep and off-roading it. It's never crossed my mind. I had plenty of people say, man, you don't know what you're missing until you go off-roading. Good, that's cool. When I'm 57 years old and I'm ready to tear this Jeep up, then I'm gonna go ahead and go off-roading in it. But other than that, it's just not gonna happen. I'm not knocking nobody that likes to off-road on their Jeep, because listen, you do what you like to do. I mean, I'm all down for people enjoying their life, and I'm never gonna judge you. I'm never gonna hate on you. You like off-roading? If you like street Jeeps, if you like stock Jeeps, if you like in between stock and street, in between stock and off-roading, I'm all for you, baby. Do what you do. I'm Jeep loving. No matter what the build is, I'm gonna support it. But for those who wanted to know why I ended up going with the mall crawler street Jeep look, I'm a street guy. So of course I'm gonna like the street look. It is what it is, you know. And that's it, man. Me and Colosso just sitting here chilling. I'm probably gonna end up taking the wheels off the Jeep. I might keep them on all winter and just not switch them out, because this is my winter setup. For those who want to know, what's your winter setup look like? This is my winter setup. Show you what it look like. Those are my winter wheels. Those are my winter wheels. They're on a 35 tire, 12.5 width, 20 side or 20-inch wheels. A 20-inch wheel on 35 tire, 12.5 width. Looks real good too, man. I want to go with a 20 and a 35, a 30, 38, 37, or 38. That's what I want to go with next. That's probably gonna be next tire I'm gonna get. But man, these tires, these 35s got so much meat on them. It's gonna be a while before I end up going with the 37 setup. Maybe I'm probably gonna end up going with 38s. Yeah, I'm probably gonna go with 38s, but yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna change that wheel out of those wheels out this winter. Might just let the Jeep sit in the garage, because you know I got the TRX. I got the my F-150 too, so I really ain't got and I got the Magnum and the SS Impala, so I really don't have to take the wheels off if I don't want to. So I'm probably not gonna take them off. Just probably check them every few weeks, make sure the air ain't going out of them, because you know these custom wheels, air will leak out of these bad boys. But with that being said, man, y'all stay up, stay copacetic, stay away from negative people, keep getting to that money, keep loving your family, keep loving your life, but just don't let nobody control your life. And hey, you only live one time. You don't get 2 times, 3 times, 4 times. You get 1 time. So you better live it up. And with that being said, big shout out to y'all. Shout out to Colosso the Jeep. Colosso the Jeep Wrangler. Unlimited Sahara. Big shout out to Colosso. And with that being said, I'm going to slide on up out of here. I love y'all. Like I said, y'all be safe. Peace.
Be the fan, that's what they call me. I promise that you never be lonely. Be the fan, that's what they call me.